I do love this poem by Douglas Stewart. Ireland sent some of the loveliest sides of the community of Christ to Australia, but it sent a few problematic sides as well, including the notions, to use the local term, the notions clergy have about themselves. So here is Douglas Stewart writing, I think, in the late 40s or early 50s, so he was ahead of us in perspective. Robed and mitred the bishop stands, and hard by his ear a pigeon preens in the sun on top of his head and tells him about religion. You've worked out we're talking of the bronze bishop outside the cathedral, you see. Oh, time has struck the bishop stiff, with its eye as cold as a gorgon's. His body is bronze, and his heart is too, if a statue contains such organs. Yet who can tell if the bishop's soul, like a white frost-bitten petal, fell dead that day, or fluttered away, or now in this shell of metal glimmers behind those benignant eyes, in the hollow breast still lingers, and wavers and burns like rays of the sun from the outstretched hand and fingers. On some improbable raft, no doubt the bishop through life went skimming. The waters are dark and the waves are high, and we all grow tired of swimming. But now he stands on a rock indeed. His coat will turn all weather. He and the earth and the stars themselves will stand or fall together. A man alive is a narrow man, however he tries to hide it. He sets up a wall to keep him safe, and the heathen rage outside it. And a saint alive is a narrow saint, soaring alone like a steeple. But here is a man as broad as the sun, shining on all the people. No one has heard his mouth of bronze open for groan or curse, as an ambulance rushed a child to be born, or a corpse went by in a hearse. No one has heard him stamp his feet, no one has heard him stamp on his plinth with a harsh metallic foot, as Sarah staggers to William Street before the wine bars shut. No one has heard him shudder and clank when, free at last from the ship, Bill goes rolling to Palmer Street with a bottle parked on his hip. Alike to him are the roaring bus with wharfies up from the loo, and the plump old girl the chauffeur drives to the home with the harbour view. Smith of the suburbs reading his paper, escaping by tram from the bus. The trim little bits with their scarlet nails, homing to flats at the cross. The rich and the poor, the strong and the weak, the priest and sinner and sot. Whether they like it or whether they don't, the bishop blesses the lot. The crowds on Sunday may pass him by with never a glance or nod. The orators rave in the dome today, and one of them might be God. But high on his perch the bishop stands, serving whoever needs. He and the saintly peanut man are above the battle of creeds. I mightn't have liked the bishop alive, but I certainly like him dead. The good old man in a suit of bronze with a pigeon on top of his head. Solid in space, secure in time, defiant he takes his stand. The whole of life goes blessed on its way beneath the sun of his hand. The good on you, Douglas Stewart.